that is to come. So our doors are open for those who would want to be part of the board for drafting the word or the wordings of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra later this year. So for those of you who are interested and you are a Biafran citizen anywhere in the world, whether in the homeland or in diaspora, and you feel that you qualify, you can write and read and reasonable, and you want to be part of the committee or the board for drafting the Declaration of Independent State of Biafra, or the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra, you can apply through the email recruitment department of the Biafra Government in Exile, email posted on our X. And you will be contacted. Put your CV, where you come from, Biafra land, if you are a Biafran. And the idea is nothing else than to be part of the board that will draft this. You are going to meet several times as committee or as a board and deliberate on the wordings of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra. You are going to, your group or the board members will have a chairman, which will be announced after 28th of January. We will announce the chairman of this board. The idea is that we want the entire Biafra state to be part of this drafting. Do not say tomorrow that Simon Ekpa did it by himself or on his own. The opportunity is here. And do not say that you did not know that this particular opportunity has been given. So we are looking forward to see every person coming from the 40 states of the United States of Biafra to be part of this board. The meeting will be virtually on Zoom, where I will give a task to this board on what to do and how to do it. And you people will go ahead and draft the wording of the declaration that will happen this year. Let me make it very clear this evening. As you can see, from the wording of the United States Declaration of Independence in 1776, I want to borrow some of the words from the United States Declaration of Independence. The anonymous declaration of the 13 United States of America. Remember, when the United States was declared independent, it was just 13 states. A moment. It was just 13 states. Today, America has 50 states, 50 United States. So let us, I'm going to just read, not all of the wording of the declaration, but just few of them. When in the course of a human event, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and the equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature gods entitle them, a decent respect to the opinion of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure this right, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, just like we have derived the power of the Biafra government in exile from the people we governed back home. That is the reason we have civil disobedience for the past 2 years. And Nigeria government, which we have delegitimized, have fought everything to stop. It is not working. We have been able to prove that we derive the power from the people we govern. It is one of the biggest criteria to declare your independence. We've met it. That's why I continue to tell you people, you see this sit at home, we must continue no matter the price. And I told you to go and write it down. The time is coming when you will write the history of Biafra. You are going to write that for 2 years or 3 years, we're observing civil disobedience, followed by a little uprising that will follow immediately after the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra this year, by the special grace of God. That whenever any form of government become destructive, America was laying background for declaring their own independence. That whenever any form of government become destructive of this end, become destructive of your liberty, become destructive of your life, when a government become destructive in the pursuit of your happiness, that government should be dissolved and abolished. That is what gave the America the right to declare independence again. Are you going to look at Nigeria and say Nigeria have not destroyed your life? As a Biafran, as indigenous person, are you going to look at Nigeria today and say Nigeria have not destroyed your liberty? Are you going to look at Nigeria today and say that Nigeria have not destroyed the pursuit of your happiness? Everything that required Nigeria to be abolished, Nigeria have done it. They have destroyed your life, your liberty, and the pursuit for your happiness. Everything has been destroyed. That was the ground America laid in 1776 Declaration of the American Independence. They went further to say that to secure this right, which Nigeria has destroyed, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. We have demonstrated that, like I explained just a few seconds ago, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of this end, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. When government becomes destructive of your life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it becomes the right of the people to destroy that particular and abolish that particular government. That is what Biafra will do this year. And you are going to be part of those that will draft the wording of the Biafra Declaration of the Restoration of Independence that will happen here in Finland, 2024, by the special grace of God, because there are a lot of things that needed to be done to set the stage for Helsinki Second Convention. And to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principle and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that government long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience had shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evil are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpation pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute position, it is their right, it is their duty to throw such government and to provide new guard for the future security. Biafra has done exactly the same thing by throwing away the evil and destructive government of Nigeria within Biafra land, and we have designed a new government to offer a better solution, to provide new guard for the people of Biafra. That is why you are not getting killed today in the eastern Nigeria, because of the Biafra government and Biafra Liberation Army. Such has been patent sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former system of government. All these things will be the background for us, the Biafra people, to alter and abolish Nigeria government this year. The history of the present King of Britain is a history of repeated injuries. The present government of Nigeria, supervised by the British, the same Britain that America declared the independence against in 1776, the same we have recorded and witnessed the history of a repeated injuries against Biafra and usurpations, all having indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over the state. To prove this, America listed fact of their grievances for the declaration of the United States of America independent. So I'm going to stop here. And of course, in going through some of the declaration, the job of the board or the committee for drafting our wording, our declaration wording, will be to research on all the declaration that I'm going to provide to them as the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and they will come up with a more befitting wording, declaration wording for Biafra. We are not going to, we have different under Nigeria. Those problems will be listed from A to Z in our declaration. And those who will be opportune to be in Finland will have the opportunity to have their name and signature appended on the declaration document. It is the highest history you can make. Opportunity is here for your name to be part of the history, just like what I posted today on the declaration of the Lithuanian Act of 1990. You see the signature of the people. Those that will be coming to Finland this year, convention, the second convention, will have the opportunity to have your name and signature on our declaration. It is the highest thing that will happen to mankind. Many people that signed the American Declaration are still here. Their names are still written boldly after over 200 years. You see, that's why it is very, very important that in the Biafra government, in the declaration of Biafra in Finland, we want to see at least 2 representatives from all states in Finland, because your name will be there. If you go to the US Declaration of 1776, Georgia have 3 representatives. Maryland had 5 representatives. Delaware had 3 representatives. Massachusetts has 4 representatives. North Carolina had 3 representatives. Virginia had 7 representatives. New York had 4 representatives. Rhode Island had 2 representatives. New Jersey had 5 representatives. Connecticut had 4 representatives. Southern Carolina had 4 representatives. And then, of course, another Massachusetts have also 1 representative. And then we have Pennsylvania had 9 representatives. New Hampshire had 2 representatives, and the other New Hampshire have another 1 representative. At the end of the day, you have about 50-something people that signed the Declaration of the Independence of the United States of America. Biafra will do even better than this year. Our target is to have our grievances, our institutionalizing declaration, and our commitment declaration and achievement listed on the wording of the declaration. And then with all the killings, Islamization, how Nigeria become Islamic state, Islamic nation in 2023, as pronounced by the British David Macron, and Nigeria involvement in the war against Israel. And then also the pronouncement of Nigeria as Islamic state without the consent of every other person. In the midst of the dangerous diversity, a lot is to be listed so that whenever anybody is coming across the declaration of Biafra in Helsinki, they will know that indeed it was a very grave mistake for Nigeria to be one for this long. We are going to also list deaths that have caused by Nigeria since after the Biafra genocide as part of the reason. We will also list the reference made by the Secretary of the State in those days, where he said that Nigeria was a mistake that will continue to take the life of people, and that has continued to happen. So in order to stop Nigeria from taking the life of the people, we need to abolish Nigeria, and that's our target this year, and it must be achieved. After the declaration of Biafra, restoration of independence in Helsinki, we will now end everything with Woto Woto. It is a forceful takeover and chasing away of every presence of Nigeria. It is called abolish. When you abolish them and destroy every presence of Nigeria within Biafra land. By then, those who are courageous enough to be part of the progress of Biafra, I'm talking about countries now, will step in boldly. By the time they step in boldly, the Iduakanonu or the fight will not last more than 3 months. I'm telling you the fact. We are not going to fight conventional war. I've said it several times. Nigeria will do everything to draw us into conventional war. I am in charge. We can never go into conventional war. We will deal with them slowly until they are gone. But the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra must happen this year. So if you want to be part of it, the application is available and open. Submit your CV and welcome on board. Thank you very much. I will allow questions and answer. Thank you.
Thank you, the Prime Minister of the Indigenous People of Biafra. Thank you, Success, for being there. And thank you, the Biafran people who have gathered this evening to listen to the voice of reasoning, the voice of redemption, and the voice of solution. We thank you, the Agune Chamber One of Biafra land, because through you, the people have spoken and constituted a government that harnesses everything for themselves. And like you rightly said, when the system is destroying the lives of people and the rights of people and the existence of the people, it is pertinent that we destroy the existing government so that the repeated injuries against the indigenous people will not continue over time. It is on this very note that your works have spoken more than they could describe. And we thank you for the Biafra Declaration Drafting Board recruitment that has come to set the pace of history. What people have done and thought Africans cannot do is what you have put on the table. We salute your innovations, and we salute your wisdom and what God has used you to do for the Biafran people. Happy New Year from here. So success, say hi to the Biafran people before we start bringing people in who wants to ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Sonny, our Minister of Information and Communication. You're welcome. Good evening, Prime Minister. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. And it is on this we will proceed, as all of us are co-fellowshippers and share of this very suffering in Nigeria. Wherever you are spacing across the world, it doesn't matter the country you are in. If you watch how you escape into that very country you are right now enjoying, you will know it is indeed a miracle. And you have an ancestral home that you cannot return back to if you do not take this bull by the horn. Join the history in making. The open heroism has been established by the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic in exile. And this is a very soft landing for every one of you who would want to be part of the Biafran Declaration Drafting Board's recruitment 2024, as it is openly announced here, not the one done secretly. Come and tell us, come and give us your own wording of your declarations. Come and tell us your experience, even if you are not in Biafra land, you have escaped. It is something you have to come and be part of it. This is open recruitment and not a secret one. A call to be a hero. Thank you, everyone, as we look forward to have all of you on the boards. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So before you start bringing people in, I want everybody to understand, like I said, what we are doing is not something you can sabotage. It's not something underground. It's not something there is a way you do it. It's not something that don't say Fulani will sabotage it. Come and sabotage us. Apply as a sabo to be part of the board. Apply as a betrayer to be part of the board. And if you are accepted to be part of the board, come and do the sabo, and let's see how you are going to tell us that the way Nigeria is killing is acceptable, and whether you are going to be part of it. You can never sabotage when you come into the genuine movement. You can never. So it is open. The reason why this is open is so that tomorrow you will not say Simon Ekpa has imposed declaration wording by himself. We have people, capable professors in the government of Biafra. We have capable people that actually I can appoint single-handedly 2% or 3% to work on the drafting of the wording of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independence State of Biafra. But no, I want to throw it open. And of course, government cabinet will also be part of the board. So come in as an outsider. Come in as a sabo, and let's see how far you can go with sabotaging it. We want you to be part of it so that you will see what genuine freedom fighting is all about. That once God's hand is in it, you can never do anything. We are not scared of sabotaging the movement and the declaration of Biafra this year. So come in, apply, and see how we do things in Biafra government. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And Mazi, I will bring in. And one other thing is that they have to understand that sabo or saboteur, however you choose to put it, does not survive a minute within us. So if you are coming to try, that is good for you. You can come in. The Prime Minister has given you open invitation. You can come in. But how far you go determines how successful the journey will be. Mazi Sonny, please taking them down whenever they finish asking the question. Go straight to the questions. As you can see, the Prime Minister has mentioned that there are numerous works and duties to be performed before the declaration of Biafra. I don't want an accolade. When he finished the job, which is lying before him, you can come and give him that very accolade. Go straight to your question. Thank you very much, Masani. Over to you.
Thank you. Before the first speaker speaks, we also want you to understand that the forceful amalgamation of one Nigeria was done against your will, and none of you were fully represented to endorse any document. But here, the Biafran Prime Minister is making you to understand that all of you need to be represented, so that tomorrow you will not say it is the same system of Britain that the Prime Minister of the Biafran people used against you. We go to the people that have their hands up. Christopher, unmute yourself. Christopher Okemwa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, and that is the homeland, the de facto government. My greetings to you. I greet everybody in the house and the ministers, everybody. I do not really have any question for the Prime Minister, but I have a question for the people who are still, ignorantly referring to themselves as Nigerians. How do you feel when you stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself? Are you proud to be called a Nigerian? Think about it. Also, to those who go out and say the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, he's not intelligent enough, he's not that, he's not this. This is an opportunity for you to bring that your intelligence, which you feel is superior, to the table and let everybody be a part of this history. Now, I want to make it clear that supporting our Prime Minister, supporting the government of Biafra right now, it is not just something you should do, it's a duty and it is a must, the way it is. That house called Nigeria is falling down and everybody has to take over, and Biafra, like I always say, is our only hope. 1 minute more, please. I just want to make this clear. When you look at Europe as a continent comprising of different countries, you have a country like Lithuania, less than 3 million people. You have Latvia, less than 2 million people. You have Estonia, 1.3 million people. You have Bulgaria, you have Denmark, less than 6 million people. The people of Biafra, our population is over 60 to 70 million people. Aren't we ashamed that we are still like this? We deserve to be free, and it is long overdue. When you go to Africa, Namibia has a population of less than 3 million. Malawi has a population of less than 20 million. Ghana, at the backyard right there, has a population of about 40 million. So what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? And people from Nigeria are flocking into these countries. Then you know that there is a problem. So you who you think you are better than the Prime Minister, you have good ideas or whatever, please bring your ideas to the table now. I yield the mic, and thank you so much, Martin Simon Ekpa, for all your good work. The people of Biafra are solidly behind you. We believe in your leadership. We trust your leadership. We trust this government. And thank you for being all inclusive. It is about we, the people, like you said, government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And I am convinced that Biafra will lead a very good example in terms of democracy and equality and equity, as the case may be. Thank you so much, and God bless us all. God bless Biafra. We will stand as an independent and free nation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And because of what you said, something just, what you said just reminded me something. And I just want to say few words, some of the listed grievances of the United States of America, why they declared their independence. One of it is that they were declared independent in 1776 because Britain deprived them, many cases, of the benefit of trial by jury. They claimed that Britain were transporting them across seas to be tried for pretended offenses. The same thing Nigeria has done for us. Nigeria has been abducting people from Biafra land, flew them to Abuja to be tried in Abuja. How can we be committing offense in our land and you are transporting us to Abuja to be tried by people that don't want us? It is one of the grievances the America listed before as they were declaring their independence. They said We are declaring independence among these grievances as follows: for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefit of trial by jury. Everything here is what Nigeria have done. Nigeria imposed taxes without the consent of the people. Soludo did it. Every state governor do it by the order of the Fulanese, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging the boundaries so as to render it at once an example of fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into the colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the form of our government. That is what Nigeria have done to Biafra by abolishing our valuable laws. They have altered our fundamental form of our government. Everything about Igbo has been abolished under Nigeria, and it is completely unacceptable. We are restoring everything back. Those things that put us among the best in the world, those things that other nations have emulated and are using it today to excel, have been abolished under Nigeria. For suspending our legislature and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. And the list goes on and on. The same thing that has happened with, against us, what they call, the one they put in their constitution, they say is exclusive clause. The exclusive, in the exclusive list, everything should be listed in the declaration this year. Those things that are in the exclusive list is targeted at impoverishing us, subjugating us to slavery, and there is nothing of such will be accepted, should be accepted, have been accepted anywhere in the world. We are taking that particular part to the freedom of Biafra this year. After the declaration, I want people to understand where we are going. Everything is step by step. First, we are collecting the data. As you are collecting the data, you are voting for referendum. After that, we are going to gather in Helsinki. Thousands of Biafrans will gather in Helsinki this year. We are going to count the vote. It may take us 1 week program or 4 days program in the second convention. We will gather in Helsinki. We will count the vote. Our target is from 20 million. 20 million data and vote. We will count the result in Finland. After counting the result, we will announce the result. It is going to be live, everything. After that, we are going to read the wording of the declaration. Also, imputing the result of the referendum that will be counted in Finland. Everything is set. Follow who know road. Today, no country will come for Nigeria. Believe me, we will shoot them and defend ourselves. It is going to happen. Everything will start happening immediately after declaration. So I'm open for question.
Thank you, BM. Biafra Goodman, unmute yourself and come with your question, please. You're not ready? Okay. Kings Obi, unmute yourself. Kings Obi, unmute yourself. Okay, we go to Otunwamwaya, unmute yourself.
Yes, good evening, great Biafrans. Good evening, my Prime Minister, Your Excellency. My question is, as we are about to do the collection of data. I am thinking if we would need a strong radio for our papas and mamas in the village for the expansion of the news, for them to be part of it. Thank you, sir.
They don't, thank you very much. They don't need radio to be part of it. The struggle has gone beyond using radio to be part of it. Everybody in Biafra land is well knowledgeable about what is going on. Everybody in Biafra land is aware of what is happening. We don't need radio for that. And at the same time, we are working already on our radio and satellite. But it is not because of this. Because everybody is aware of what is going on. And there is nobody that comes from a family. Every family in Biafra land has somebody somewhere and have phone. So all you need to do is buy a phone, smartphone for them, and they will use it to do the data registration. Very, very simple. We made it very, very easy. As you are registering, we are also collecting your vote. It's very simple. And they don't need radio for that. Thank you.
It's all clear. Thank you, sir.
I see the Biafra 777. Unmute yourself.
Good evening, Prime Minister. So we are heading toward the drafting of this Biafra declaration. I can understand that so in any state, it's going to be about 2 people that will be represented. And what those people can present may not be the will of all the people within that region. Then my question is that it will be an opportunity for anything they drafted to make it public and people can vote to it for it to be among what we acceptable for all Biafrans, as we are doing the government of the people, to the people, and for the people. That's my question, sir.
What exactly do you understand by declaration?
Well, declaration, to me, understanding is maybe all the things that have been written and accepted, then it would be declared that this is where we are going to. This will for this to the way we'll be going to. That's how I understand declaration, please.
So, what is the wording? What do you think the wording of declaration should be, especially listing your grievances?
Well, like to me, if I come on board, like if I want me to listen one of the grievances, I'm listening the grievances of maybe of not having equal right with every other person, or maybe being marginalized because of my ethnicity or my religion. So that's one of my grievances. And if that can be among what to they'll be part of it, then people who will be who representing their own people may allow it to be open so they can know what's in the wording.
So, all right. So you think that there is somebody today in the Biafra struggle that doesn't know what Nigeria has done to us?
Yeah, I do understand that people know, but I'm talking in the general terms. You don't even have opportunity to speak now.
Well, the idea of the declaration wording is for people to sit down, compile all the atrocities against us since after the war till present. And I think you don't need multitude to do that. One person can even compile the entire impunity, atrocities against our people, including listing numbers of death. 2 persons can do it. But the reason why we are making it this open is so that people will feel that particular sense of belonging in this historic event. So it does not actually need the entire 40 states, as the case may be. But we are throwing it open just for formality's sake, so that you don't need to be worried about whether they are going to list something that is not there, because everything is open. Everything Nigeria has done is open. There is nobody that is in this Biafra struggle that doesn't know the atrocities against Biafra people. So those atrocities will be well written and presented in the documentation and the declaration wording. So do not worry about that. And of course, everything will be voted for, and that's why we are gathering in Helsinki. So the thousands of people that will come to Helsinki for the second convention will append their signature in confirmation, in consent to this. Like I said, America declaration were just about 50-something people, 50-something people from 20 states. So you do not expect everybody to be part of it. So long as the interest of the people and the problem and the grievances of the people were well presented, that should be enough. That's what we're going to do. So we cannot bring everybody. Everybody must come and put it a public debate. We know our problem. We know what Nigeria has done, and it is not debatable. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prime Minister. Kings, Obi, are you ready? Unmute yourself.
Yes. Yes. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Also, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on. We can hear you.
Okay. My question goes like this. For some of us that has been paying, contributing, and we do not have a credit card, but we are using other people's credit cards to contribute, but their name are there. And how are we going to do it when during the database or ID card collection? How are we going to? Because we are saving the receipt also. We are saving it. Then how are we going to present it during the data collection and ID card? That's my question, sir.
If somebody is helping you to pay, you have to first of all make sure from today, make sure that the person is actually paying.
The person is paying.
And I'm not talking about your own. I'm just saying make sure that the person is actually paying by forwarding the receipt to your rep, and the rep will forward the receipt to the IT person, and will confirm whether the person is paying or not. Because we have cases, or we have had a case from Malaysia, where somebody has been giving money to one criminal, and the person has been giving false receipts to the person. So he somehow manipulated manipulated some receipt and started forwarding the receipt to the person, only for the person to contact us, and we investigated and found out that the person was not paying anything.
Okay. Well, in my own case, the person is paying, and I have been receiving the cash.
Have you receiving the what?
I've been receiving the receipt.
You don't understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the person is not paying, but I'm just telling you now that we have had cases where people like you are receiving receipt, but the receipt is not original.
Okay.
So they just get one receipt and begin to duplicate the receipt from that one receipt and be sending to the person giving them money, claiming that the money have been paid. Why the money has not been paid? So we have a case like that, and the person is in Malaysia.
Yes, sir.
So you must be able to verify that the money you are paying is actually going to the government. In order to do that, you have, depending on the country where you are. If you are in Asia, you contact the Asian rep.
I'm in Switzerland, sir.
Okay, if you are in Switzerland, contact the European rep. And of course, I believe that the person, if you are in Switzerland, it can be different. But if you are not sure, contact the European rep, send the receipt to him, and he will investigate whether the money has been paid on your behalf or not. So if you have such thing, when the time comes, we may have to interview you and the person that is paying the money on your behalf at the end of the day.
Okay, sir.
So that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Prime Minister, sequel to that question, I have something to add for clarity to the Biafran people. How about in some part of Africa where all the people paying the money cannot have access to the website or the Visa card payment? Then they all paid the money to their coordinators, and then the coordinators will now put everything together and go and pay it out in bulk. And one receipt will come out. What happens when it is time for the data collection? That payment of
that's why we have the list of the people that are making donation. It is not just about the receipt the person collected and all that. So we have in African country, you remember that in Africa, we made it clear that they have to be making in bulk donation. You know, we suspended the bulk donation in Europe and America at some point, and then we allowed African people to do it, because when you make the donation, the coordinator or the admin of that country collect names of the people that are making donations. So we are going to go through that record.
All right, thank you. So to all coordinators in Africa, keep your donation booklet very safe, because you will give account to it even if you are no more there in that country tomorrow. You need to transfer that paper to the person that will come and be in charge. We go over to Ami Namdieze. Ami Namdieze, unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you. Hello. Okay, hello. Yeah.
Right on,
Good
we can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, my Prime Minister. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans and good people of Biafra. I'm not going to talk so long. I am at work, but I have to just ask one question, and it's about this the data collection that we are talking about. There are some Biafrans, maybe they were working, they were doing a lot, maybe contributing, maybe in the past, some of us, maybe before all this saga, after our leader was kidnapped, and then particularly in this United States of America, that a lot of stuff are happening here and there. So such people, if they want to be part of to be part of the data collection, would they be allowed to do that? That's my question.
Like I have explained the other day, nobody is going to prevent anybody from submitting his data or her data. Every Biafran can submit their data, whether they are Sabo or not. But what you are not going to get is ID card. So data collection is different from issuing ID card. You can never get ID card, not at this point. Later on, there could be opportunity for that, but for now, you can't get ID card. There is no need. There is no reason why you will be in the US and then you say there was a confusion. So for that reason, you don't support. So if everybody did like you, will you be looking for ID card or database to collect? If everybody went hiding like some of them, are we going to be discussing database here? So they can come and register their database and their data. We can collect their data, but we can never issue them ID card. Not now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, PM. And the next person on the speaker, Biafra Goodman. And Biafra Goodman, grab the mic. As Biafra Goodman grabs the mic, please do not come and ask the Prime Minister how he can answer questions to receipt that is not under his government. Any receipt of payment that was under the government of the criminals, my Prime Minister cannot answer your questions to anything that he did not supervise. He can only answer your questions to things that happens under his watch. Biafra Goodman, unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you, my PM. Thank you, our information minister. My PM, I have a question concerning the data collection. For those of us who stay in the zoo and we live in another state while our family live in another state, how can we go and do such to make sure that our family members are entitled to the data collection? Thank you, sir.
Like I said, all you need is just smartphone. That's all. Smartphone. Once we launch the website, all you need is smartphone. And so somebody that has smartphone in your family will go there and do the registration. It's very, very simple. And then, of course, take the pictures and upload them their face and upload them. And then, of course, with other documents that may be required by the intelligence department. So because you are going to submit documents, for verification. So these are the process. So you don't need to do any other thing. You use your phone, your smartphone, your tablet to do the registration. It's very easy. So we made it in a way that it's not going to be a threat to anybody, and it's not going to give a headache to anybody. Just go home, use your smartphone, and begin to put information of your father, your mother, your family, and all that, and get the things done. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Biafra Buffalo champion, unmute yourself and speak. Biafra Buffalo champion, are you there?
Yeah, hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Very well, right on.
Okay. Thank you very much for this privilege to speak. I want to greet my able Prime Minister, and I want to say more grace to his elbow. Straight to my question, I want to know this application we are talking about here. Those people who are in the zoo, for example, are they qualified to apply?
Yes, they are qualified to apply.
Okay, finally, my final question is outside this. Please, I want to ask, for instance, now that if you look at the mainstream medias, like all international medias, they are silent about what we are doing. They are not showing much interest in what we are doing. If we finally get our sovereignty restored, are we going to allow them to freely operate? Or should we, or is there going to be a condition under which they will operate because of what they have done?
Get your sovereignty first. You do not punish people based on emotion. Get your sovereignty first, and then when you get to that bridge, you cross it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Stainless IKB, unmute yourself. Stainless IKB, unmute yourself and speak. Stainless IKB, you are not ready? Hey, why Michael Friday, unmute yourself and speak.
Good evening, my Prime Minister. I greet you. I greet all the media personnel and everyone here. My question is this, sir. We that are here in the diaspora that really want to engage in fighting for the freedom of our country, of our nation, how do we get fully involved apart from media? Also being in arm with our brothers, shoulder to shoulder. And how do we just get ourselves ready for that? That is my question, sir.
Continue to do what you are doing if you are in media. When the time comes that we are going to need more men, we will let you know and we'll tell you what to do and how to do it. So for now, we have enough men on ground, and we don't need the diasporans to start coming back at this point. When we get to that point, we will make announcements and then also design a means where you are going to go back and join the Liberation Army. If I believe that we may not come to that point, but if we come to that point, we'll be well briefed on how it is going to be done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Good evening, my able PM.
Who is speaking? Ewa, are you the one?
Stainless IKB.
Okay, Stainless, go on.
I do not have much to say. I just said let me thank my able PM for all the good things he has been doing. I've been joining the live from like 4 years now. I've not been able to speak. Like this is the first time I am speaking I'm speaking. So I don't have much to say. I just want to tell my able PM that more effort is able. that what he's doing is what we want. He has been doing our mind, and we pray that Chukwuka Biama will keep protecting him, you keep guiding him, that nothing harmful is going to happen to him. God will keep him for us because he has good plan for us. And this plan that he has for us, my prayer is that God is going to make it manifest in Biafran land. And at the end, Biafra will come. I just want to tell him that he should keep on doing what he's doing, that what he's doing is making us happy. And we'll keep standing by his side and we'll keep supporting him every time. I said, let God bless him. That is just what I came to say. Thank you, my PM.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that person that I addressed before that talked about giving money for somebody to pay for him in Switzerland, please, as the person is paying the money, let the person write your name in the message box so that when you are receiving your ticket, you will see that your name is there in the ticket in the message box. It's very important. So it will be more easier for track so that so when the person is making the payment, a space where you write message, you put the name of the person that you're donating on his behalf. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. We go to Biafra must come. Biafra must come. Unmute yourself and speak. Biafra must
Good
come.
evening. Good evening, my PM. Thank you for all the good work you're doing. I've been following the movement for quite some time, ever since you took it up from our leader. I just wanted to ask, I've not heard about how our consular services and diplomatic ties will take place. I know that eventually when the declaration is restored, I believe that's when our consular services around the world will start. So I don't know if you've spoken on that, but I've been following. I've not heard anything about our consular services and diplomatic ties for people that will want to come to the new nation called Biafra. Thank you.
Well, I don't know which one you are following because our diplomatic and consulate is what is widely talked about. The liaison offices will serve as our consulate offices. So the liaison offices today will automatically be converted to embassies. That's what it's all about. And this year, we will focus on recognition. We focus more. Our diplomatic move this year is to focus more on recognition. So we are working on that. And immediately the declaration, liaison will be converted to consulate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PM. I thought as much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, PM. We go to Simon Ekpa, Lewem Daniel Uzoma. Unmute yourself. Daniel Uzoma, unmute yourself.
Evening, my PM, and good evening, the House. I greet everyone. PM, my question here is that I've worked keenly about informations, contacts, and the countries that have connections on this. So I've never seen the Gambia on the Gambian number or how to connect Gambians. That's what I want to ask. How do we get connected? The whole thing, whether supporting or being part of what is going on.
We have Gambia. We even have in cabinet, in our government cabinet, somebody in Gambia. So I don't understand what you're saying. We have people in Gambia.
I don't have their contact. I'm not connected.
So contact the media team later on, and they are going to give you that. Here is not where we solve the issue of contact. So
All
contact
right.
the media team during the broadcast. They will help you with the Gambia.
All right. I thank you.
Okay, Seaman, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes,
Good evening, our PM. Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you. Right on.
Okay. I am speaking from Ekpa Northeast local government area of Delta State, Abo, Mr. So I was among the people before following up this. When I was in Australia, I was deported last year, a year and 3 months now. But I'm following up every day. I listen to what passed on. But we now, even my mother, we discussed about this Biafra today. She accepted that this is the only solution for us to be freed. Because the Fulani, they are already taking over our village. They are everywhere. The farm, my mother cannot go to farm. But what I'm trying to say, in this data collection now, like as I am here now, I'm a Biafran. I follow up before during the Shizu people. If you can remember, our PM can remember, there was a time I made contribution. Because of the contribution, they suspended me from this their IPOB Nigeria. But it is okay. That has passed. This my place now. How can if now the data is the website is opened, I can with my phone upload my mother and my siblings. Is that possible?
Automatically, you can upload your siblings, your mothers, and all that. But remember, you have to. There is a lot of questions, a lot of questions that I think we'll have to release one of the requirement, or maybe the procedures or the process of the application of passport ID card, for example. So on the data collection basis, there are a lot of questions because we want to know that the people applying are actually Biafran. So there are a lot of questions, and then the required document that you need to upload. So the answer is yes, you can do that right from your phone in your palm. And then of course, you know that Delta have a state, so you need to identify your own state, which state you fall into, depending on your county or where you are located. So the Delta, which state you fall into under is it under Anioma?
Under
Or
Anyama.
Ndioma? Okay.
Anyama. Yeah.
Anioma is now Ndioma. So that is still a question mark there. A lot of people want Ndioma, and some people want Anioma. So it is going to be resolved this year, this January, and then we go move with the one that the people choose, whether Ndioma or Anioma. So if you fall under Anioma state have administrator and executives, and so you are going to register under your state and upload the data of your family and yourself. And then, of course, at the same time, you are voting for Biafra referendum.
Thank you, my PM.
Thank you.
Thank the Lord guide you and protect you for us. God bless you.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, we go to Ekbarimaristic Simon Ekpa. Unmute yourself. Ekbarimaristic Simon Ekpa. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm muted already. Am I coming out?
Yeah, come close to your microphone. Come close to your phone. You're very far. Your voice is so faint.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You can hear me now, right? A very good evening to my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, our Information Minister. I greet you. I greet everybody in the house. It's me, sequel to the question that my Minister of Information asked. You know, we that are in Africa, we've been paying our contribution in a bulk. You know, I used to represent Angola, and we used to keep our receipts. So, but during the first convention, personally, I wanted to come for the first convention in Finland, in Helsinki, but at a point the room was not given to Africans. So I want to ask my Prime Minister, please, Prime Minister, this second convention that is coming for the declaration, is there any prerequisite, is there any condition that will be attached to Africans that want to come, people that
Are you still there?
Yeah, it's there. Ekbarimaristic Ekbarima is there. PM, can you hear me?
Yes. Can he continue? If there is any condition.
Ekbarimaristic Ekbarima, where are you? Unmute yourself and finish your submission. Ekbarimaristic Ekbarima.
Well, from what I understand him, he want to know if there is any condition that will be attached to the Africans, especially those in Africa, especially like what they witnessed or experienced last time. Yeah, the thing is that last convention was the first one, and we've learned our lesson, and so we will try to better it in this second convention. And another thing is that the convention was in a rush somehow, because we were trying to beat the time. And then by the time the whole thing was set, it was almost impossible for people to go and get visa, especially those that needed visa. So we will look into Africa, and of course, we are going to have delegates from Africa. Everybody must not come, but if you are part of your group in the African country where you reside, we may like to appoint delegate maybe 2 representatives from each African country, and you are going to go to the embassy individually. We are not going to do any group thing anymore. So if you are in South Africa, for example, we can have maybe 5 person or something like that. Even if we have 20 person from South Africa, they are all going to go individually. That is nothing like group, because some people bad luck will affect other people. So you go individually, and then with the letter from the Biafra government. So there will be provision for people in Africa to participate this second one, because this is one of the most important one, where the declaration of the restoration of Biafra will be pronounced, where the self-referendum voting will be counted, where a historic document for Biafra will be signed, where if it is to demolish and abolish Nigeria, the pronouncement will be made in this one. So if you are part of it, it is a privilege. So, and everybody should try to be part of it. And that's what is happening. So yes, there will be provision for people in Africa. Thank you.
Okay, we go over to Cyprian. Cyprian, unmute yourself. Cyprian.
Obatobie, Obatobie, Obatobie. Greetings to you. My ogene, Odogu kariri Odogu. Odogu kariri Odogu, Obatobie. Greetings to you, my honorable Prime Minister. The Omaka one of Biafra land. Udo direct Naha Chukwu Gabiama. He said, my information minister, I greet you. I don't get any question to ask. I there for zoo. I don't get any question to ask. What you are doing, Juranya for, carry the go.
Thank you, Cyprian. Please, going forward, let your question pose on the topic, the Biafra Declaration Drafting Board recruitment. We want to know your opinion. Come up with questions that will target the declaration document drafting, so that others that may not know all what it's all about will get to understand and know that they need to come in. We need people from all spheres of the Biafran state. We don't just need from only 2 tribes. We need everyone, so that tomorrow you will not say it is Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko that wrote the charter. He also wrote the declaration drafting document alone and then brought it and imposed it on all of us. All right, we give the mic to who I have spoken. Emma, unmute yourself. Pick the mic. Emma, pick the mic, please. Unmute yourself. There we go.
Good evening, sir.
There we can hear you. Fire on.
Okay. So I want to ask why Nnamdi Kanu is not yet released by Nigerian government.
The reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not
it's
released.
not yet after
The reason, the reason,
after
can
the
I
court.
answer you? Can I answer you?
Yes, sir.
The reason Mazenam Kano is not released is the reason we are declaring Biafra. The reason he is not released is because they want to end Biafra. And for that reason, we are going forward to let them understand that the kidnapping has become the biggest mistake. It is part of the wording that it is going to be part of the wording of the declaration of Biafra. It is going to be part of our grievances where Boko Haram are being set free and Biafrans are being detained, even when their court have ordered the release. It is part of what is going to be in the wording of our declaration of Biafra. We have had enough. So, and it is just for that. So everything that's happening now is according to God, how God wants it. We are not worried. And I'm not worried, and I believe everybody that is in the spirit is not worried. Mazinam Dekano himself knows that God is in control. Like I said, it is not in the hand of all these criminals who parade themselves as done and dusted. They can never release Mazinam Dekano. They are part of the kidnap of Mazinam Dekano. Ejiofor is the mastermind of kidnapping Mazinam Dekano in Kenya. The day they brought Mazinam Dekano back to Nigeria, Ejiofor was there. And Ejiofor was, was seeing Mazinam Dekano when they covered his head. And he was there, pretending as if he was not there. The reason they covered his face was so that he will not see a lot of them. We have this intel. We have this intel. And Ejiofor continued to sabotage the release of Mazinam Dekano because if he is released, there is no way everything will be hidden. One or two things will be connected, and he will know that Ejiofor was involved. So Ejiofor is doing everything, promising them that he have destroyed IPOB. He is the one in control of IPOB. Don't release him, nothing will happen. And of course, the criminals that are angry that Mazinam Dekano recognized me, that is what I call afterthought betrayal. This IPOB Nigeria. They betrayed him. So you people should not worry about that. What we are doing in Nigeria now is what they deserve. And that is what is going to release Mazinam Dekano at the end of the day. Because you see, every day they keep crying. Even those who were supporting the kidnap, they are now crying. They release him so that this one will end. Release him so that Simon Ekpa will stop. Release him. So this is what we will continue to do. And now the kidnapping has led to the restoration of Biafra this year. And like I said, the declaration of the restoration of Biafra will happen this 2024. By the special grace of God, once every step we have planned is put in place, before October, we will gather here in Helsinki to declare Biafra. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, we go to Ronnie. Ronnie, grab the mic, please.
Good evening, sir. Mmejiri Buagu. Kendiro Sodironko. Sir, I just want to thank you for all that you have been doing for Biafrans. Sir, just want to ask, is there a possibility of, after drafting this, declaration, and it will be kind of presented where people can go and, kind of agree or mark other people that are not there before, finally it can be brought out to whatever, I don't know. Just asking. This is me, my own.
Can you ask your question again?
Okay. So I said after this Biafra declaration drafting, after the draft, is it possible that it can be placed either in a website where people can go and agree, that is click, or something in agreement to whatever that is declared and, drafted there, sir?
I don't think any wording of the declaration will go against Biafra. There is no need for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And somebody is laughing. And this IPOB Nigeria, I want you people to bring this person called Prince Biafra. Invite that Prince Biafra, add him as a speaker to come and ask, because I was answering question about Mazinam Dekano and he was laughing. So I want him to come and ask me question.
Prince Biafra. I can't even locate him.
I have added him. I have added him myself.
Okay. Let him come and pick the mic. All right. While he comes up, we give the mic to Mazi Uwama. Matthew Warmer, pick the mic, please.
Good evening, my able PM. Honorable Jaya. I call you Milena Lugo, and I greet all BIAFRANS this evening. Please, my question goes like this. There are some rural areas in Biafra land that don't have an access to big phone, I mean Android phone, that they're getting information from our PM or broadcast that these criminal elements are mobilizing, telling them that they are doing it from our PM, and after they are being caught with their criminal activities, they will start pointing some people who are not following them. Please, is there any means to tackle this situation in Biafra land? Thank you, sir.
We are going to tackle it, and we will tackle it. The point is that all these things is being done so in order to distract us. And that's why we pretend as if we are not seeing them. We have shouted several times that we are not recruiting. Yet they go and recruit in my name because they know when they mention my name, the people will join them. At the end of the day, they will expose them to the Nigeria government in agreement that these are the ESN. And because they have signed agreement with the government of the zoo to destroy everything Mazina Mekano did. So because the real ESN has been collapsed to the Biafra forces. So what they do now is to go and recruit fake people, innocent youth, and then hand them over. And this is at the ESN. That's what is happening today. And those people that are very unfortunate for them to be listening to our broadcast, yes, we are doing something, but we are not going to be distracted with that. I am telling you the fact. That's why I have not, if you look out, you see that I'm not making broadcast. I don't need broadcast. I am in the situation where Mazina Mekano wanted to be in 2021 when he said he's tired of broadcasting. This is not the time for broadcast. It's time for action to take Nigeria head on. That's what we're doing. So my plan, everything I'm doing now, cracking brain, how to bring from Obinze down to Etu Division to all these places where they are planning this massacre of our people. That's my target. This year, all of them will go down. I don't have time for broadcasting. Anybody that wants to listen to broadcast should go to the old broadcast I have made. The distraction is not something, it's something that I'm not going to welcome this year. This year is plan and focus on delegitimizing Nigeria ruthlessly after the declaration that will happen here in Finland. So those people that are falling victim, I wish they will not fall victim, but I cannot be distracted with that because their plan is for me to focus on that. I cannot focus on that at this point. We've gone far. Thank you.
Thank you, Wachineke. Nonso, grab the mic.
All right. Thank you very much, my host, my co-host, Information Minister. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. Good evening from here. I have no question, but I just wanted to make a little contribution to the aspect of the fund, the donation. Please, I also have an encounter like what our brother just said. The best thing, if you are making donation for multiple people, especially those people who doesn't have access to credit card or visa card, maybe in diaspora, what you do is that definitely, if you don't have credit card to make this donation, definitely you have an email. So through that email, when any individual or anybody that is making this donation for you, it should put your email on the while making the donation. So when you put the email, so that email that you are going to put there, immediately you make the donation, it should be single. So you have to make this donation each person. So it should not cause confusion. Now, immediately you make that donation, the receipt will not come to you, but instead we go directly to the person who you are making that donation for. So I think that would be a better way of reducing these people that will try to maybe generating fake of fraud receipts to people. So immediately they put your email when they are making the receipt, when they are making the payment, immediately they make the payment, the receipt and the receipt will go directly to your email. It doesn't really matter wherever you are, whether you are at home or at work. Immediately that person makes that payment for you, the the receipt will definitely automatically send to your email. And whenever you are checking the receipt, make sure you check the code because it generates a code. So that code will definitely, and there is a date and there is a code and everything for you to verify to know if definitely this receipt is genuine. So that is my contribution concerning that aspect. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And that's a very good one. So, but it may not work with the group donation, but it will work with individual donation. Those people giving money to somebody to pay for them, they may also. So from today, I think this is completely approved. From today, anybody that is giving money to somebody to donate for him, the person must give his own personal email address for the person that is making donation to use to make the donation, so that once the donation is made, you will receive your receipt right in your own email and not just somebody forwarding it to you. So thank you very much, Nonso, for that particular one. That's a very brilliant one. So that issue is solved. But those group donation can continue to make their group donation and then also write the names of the people that have donated, especially in the countries. But for now, anybody giving money to somebody to donate must give his email address to the person, except if you don't have email. That's a different thing. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Prince Biafra, you have the mic. Prince Biafra, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Simon. Please, I want to ask. Now, I heard you say that.
Good evening, Simon Ekpa. So you cannot address him as the Prime Minister of the Biafran people.
That is an insult.
You're working for Chinas and Woro. Because you're working for Chinas and Woro, you cannot address the Prime Minister as the Prime Minister of the Biafran people.
My God, he first your mouth there for calling Simon Ekpa.
Prime Minister, if I didn't let anybody to be my Prime Minister, I see my Simon Ekpa or Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is the kind of guy.
Go and talk to your Chinas and Woro, Moko. We thought you will even exemplify any kind of humility, but you lost it all. Okay, Louis John, unmute yourself, please. Louis John, unmute yourself. You're not ready? Okay.
And he don't even need to elect me, and we don't even need his vote to do anything in Biafra. After all, it is a democracy where people will agree and people will not agree. The only thing is that after ranting on their platform, they are going to meet our policy on them. It will be heavy. Our policy will punish them to the last. So, and that's according to international standard and international law. Our policy will deal with them. So it is not about ranting on social media. They will rant and they will come. Our policy will be waiting for them.
All right. Mazi Onyekachuku, you have the mic.
Greetings, my able Prime Minister, Ononambe Shulo, one of Biafra. Greetings, my ministers in the house and my comrades, my ladies. My name is Onyekachuku. My Prime Minister, there is a question you answered. I want to add to that question, to answer you have given to somebody who said about our people being recruited as ESN. Please, our Prime Minister is extremely occupied. He cannot do everything. You as individual, it is your duty to be passing the message in every message you are sending that ESN is defunct. No more recruitment of ESN, and the government of Biafra does not recruit any manpower for now. It is their duty to be passing that message. Information is power, and information is security. Information is knowledge. So you have to do that. Our Prime Minister cannot do everything. Thank you so much. Thank you, my Prime Minister. More grace to our elbows. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then also let me quickly add to, for those who will be wondering about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Immediately Biafra is declared, we will begin to work on exchange of political prisoners. I want everybody to underline this statement, political prisoners. We will start working on exchange, because by then, believe me, we will have a lot of Nigeria agents prisoners in our own custody. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be forced to release by then. Once Biafra comes, it's the freedom of everybody that is being detained under Nigeria. With this present Nigeria constitution and their shenanigan law and rule of engagement that have been bastardized, you can never get justice. So once Biafra is declared this year, the restoration is declared this year, every person that will lay our hand that is serving Nigeria become political prisoner under Biafra government. We will start the negotiation of exchanging the prisoners from there. It can even be something different, but believe me, we know what we are doing. The only thing we need is for you to understand that you need freedom, and the freedom will come to those who are currently being detained illegally under Nigeria supervision. Without Biafra freedom, they can never get justice. Without Biafra freedom, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never get justice with all the criminals that surrounded him for many years, that are now working with Nigeria, giving Nigeria the impetus to detain him, giving Nigeria the zeal to say nothing will happen. That is what is delaying his release. But you see, Biafra government will be the one to negotiate his release at the end of the day. And it is going to be exchange with political prisoners, because we will capture a lot of them after declaration of Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Louis, John, are you there?
Yes. Thank you very much. Sorry for before. Thank you very much, Simon Ekpa. I'm really impressed, of your doggedness. Jehovah just provided you for us at this critical time. Please, I just want to ask a straight question. Okay. Regarding the gathering of the signatures that will take place in Finland this year, okay, I want to ask, is there also any way our stakeholders in each Biafran state can put also their signatures back home, so that not that after many years of our independence, some people will be saying that their forefathers didn't subscribe to it. So this is my concern anyway. Thank you.
We are practicing what we call confederation. Confederation is everybody on their own. And you do not need the consent of the entire people to get freedom. When we get freedom, those people that think they have any other thing to offer will bring it to the table. BIAFRANS will vote for it, and their people will vote for it. So it is not, we are not practicing federalism or whatever Nigeria government is practicing at this point. We are practicing confederating state. So anybody that is going to tell that they were not part of it should give reason why they were not part of it, or should give reason why the person is protesting. And of course, the grievances will be listened to. That is the true democracy we are bringing. So if you have any issue, you bring it, the parliament of your state will vote and correct it. And what exactly will somebody be complaining about when you actually have free access to everything you own, when you are autonomy, when the only thing the central government is doing is the military and protecting the territorial integrity of Biafra? What are you going to complain when you have steady electricity? What are you going to complain when you have job, when you have good school, when you have a better living standard? What are you going to complain when there are social services? What will you complain when there are hospitals? What exactly are you going to complain when you can sleep outside 2 a.m. and wake up and walk to your home without anybody attacking or kidnapping you? What exactly will you complain when you can have 3 square meals a day, feed your family, your children will be taken care of, you have social services for your children, you cannot have child abuse and all that? What exactly will the person complain that, that will make him to say that we did not subscribe to this? Because I don't see that happening. Just like where we are now in Finland, you come and say, oh, the freedom of Finland from Russia, I did not sign, we did not agree to it. Even as other political party may not agree to the present government of Finland, or maybe the political parties are having their different opinions and all that, you can never see a citizen saying, oh, it was wrong to get freedom from Russia. Who does that? Or somebody will say, oh, if we put everything in place, and you say, oh, Nigeria was better, where Fulani was massacring people. So what exactly will somebody complain about? I think this is out of context, but however, everything is subject to amendment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, PM. PM, how many minutes more do you say you have? So that
How many have you spent 1 hour?
Yeah, I hope we spend more than 1 hour.
All right, let us take 2%.
Okay. Akbarawa Idorayan, unmute yourself and speak, please. Akbarawa Idorayan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening, my PM, and the nicest guy on the planet Earth. I salute you, my PM. And Akbarawa, I salute you. Thanks for the good work you're doing. And success, co-host, all protocol being observed. Happy New Year to everyone. Okay, most of my questions, because I've raised my hand for long, most of my questions have been answered, but I think it's haphazardly. So I want to confirm this declaration, because so many people are very interested, like in my place, Akwa Ibom State. Many people are interested in signing and attesting the declaration, but they don't have access in terms of the phone, using gadget and access, and how to go about using maybe Twitter or social media, most of them. So how do they go about it, mostly in the rural area?
Those who have a phone will help those who don't have phone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And then also, yes, those people that have phone will help those who don't have phone. Secondly, we have governors that are otherwise called administrators in those states in Akwa Ibom. You know, all the old Akwa Ibom have many states, so we have administrators there. We have county head there. We have district head there. So those people that are in the rural area, that's why the government is government of the people, because from the district, you have the district in the rural area. So district are those in the rural area. And we have district head, we have the government up to from the state level to the county level to the district level. So district head will help those who may not have a smartphone, and we are going to make provision for them to be registered, for their data to be collected by providing the required gadget for that. So we are working on that already.
Because my PM, this government, your government is all-inclusive government, and I believe everyone will be carried along, because most of my friends, most of my relatives, people that I talk to about this Biafra, some of them will just say, one small boy cannot just stay anywhere and write something and say, we must go on the round table. We must go on the round table. They must come and we must sit on. I believe
and they can sit on the round table of our cabinet. The Biafra government have cabinet. We have de facto government, and they represent me. So anybody that is not happy, or anybody that want to see me, if you see the cabinet of Biafra in the homeland, you have seen me. They represent me there. I don't think that should be a problem. So anybody, from administrator of each state to the head of county to the head of district, all these people represent me. So once you see them, you've seen me. Thank you.
Okay, last but not the least, Ikenna Ebuka, unmute yourself. Ikenna Ebuka, are you there? Ikenna Ebuka, it's your time. Ikenna Ebuka, are you there? Ikenna is not there. Let's look for the lucky last speaker that will pick the mic. Okay, Ibeabuchi.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mazi Aparawa, for giving me this chance. Yeah. Thank you, Mazi Aparawa,
So,
So unmute yourself.
yeah.
The audio can be.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Am I coming out louder?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, our PM, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the land of Biafra, the land of rising sun. We stand in equity and justice. Please, I have a question. My question goes like this. Although it's quite understandable and obvious that many of us and all the genuine and good conscience of the entire world knew what happened to our spring leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as a British citizen and all what they have done.
Go straight to your question, please.
Now, my question goes like this. Now that we are having a government which is recognized and accepted according to the international law, is there any plan, as it pleases the government, to engage the United Kingdom for the fact our spring leader is their citizen? Is there any form of letter to let them know that they're not doing anything about our leader, makes us to start thinking otherwise, and at the same time for them to know that for the fact we are having a government now, so that the earlier they start doing something, the better. Let them not say that we did not inform them or we did not give them the full respect before we start taking any action that suits our freedom. That's my question, please.
I don't know what your question is all about, and I don't know how long you have followed our liberation. We have written to the United Kingdom, we have written to the Prince Charles II or III, we have written to the United Nations, we have written to the European Union, we have written to the United States. So all these people, we have written to them officially. It is in the news also. You can Google it and search Biafra government road to United Kingdom. It is there. The issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been debated also and raised by some of the MPs in the United Kingdom. Britain is directly involved, and you cannot get justice from Britain. Britain is a corrupt country, very, very corrupt. They are the one who taught Nigeria how to steal, how to be corrupt. And so you don't not expect to get justice from people who have been milking and exploiting our natural resources for decades to build themselves, build their country. And then at the same time, in return, they make it difficult for you to even get ordinary visa to travel to their country. We are not expecting Britain to help us. We are going to fight this thing by ourselves, and by ourselves, we will liberate Biafra and the free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am no longer going to write to Britain. I will never write to Britain again. They will hear our writing from this year on newspapers and in TVs. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my PM. Your response is 100% welcomed and is acceptable in the history of freedom fighting. Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. And PM, I think we shall draw the curtain from here. I don't know if Mazi Sonny is having issues with his network. Mazi Sonny, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
All right. We wish to say a very big thank you to the Biafran people and to our indomitable Prime Minister, who have done a marvelous job that no man can do. What people could not do for the past 30, 40 years, he has done it within months, just months. And the records are speaking every single day. More grace to your elbow, my Prime Minister. And we call on all those seated on the fence to come down because it may be too late when you come down later. Come down now. Join the Biafra now before it becomes a bigger reality before your very eye. And from me, from here, I say thank you so much, my Prime Minister. Ndewo.
All right, thank you, Mazin. And I want to say and rephrase on this very topic, the Biafran Declaration Drafting Board's recruitment. It is an open call for all. Those who are choosing that they should be part of this very drafting, come forward now. Not tomorrow, you will start carrying fire like Tony Nande, going from house to house, gossiping. Come forward now and be part of history in making. And we are not as well addressing the Sabo, those irredeemable Sabo. They have nowhere they belong. But those of you who are intellectuals, constitutional lawyers, those who thought that they have something to give to their words, come down and be part of this very monumental hero in making. This is Biafra for you. And in years to come, you will have nobody to blame. Because whenever you pen down your signature on this, or you are listed as part of those who drafted this very declaration, it is going to be a generational remembrance for all of you who are part of it, and for all of us who fight for Biafra. Don't sit by the fence. Come and be part of this. On this note, I will say thank you, PM. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. We'll meet next time in this very express. Good evening.
Thank you very much. I want you to know this today. When Obis go down, know that Biafra is months ahead. Thank you. God bless you. From here, from me,